Hey guys, welcome to Pop 411, your weekly podcast for all things nerd culture. I am Ho
Oh,
Claus,
Claus. Christmas time.
Ireland, and this is my co-host.
Carlos, what's up, y'all?
What's up, Modelo?
Hola, modelo.
Hola.
Me gusta el modelo. Me gusta tomar modelo.
As you can tell, we are dressed in Christmas themed things because we are wanting to go over, kind of reel back into some cosplay here. We want to talk about our five
Memorable
memorable, not our top
cosplays.
five necessarily in this
No.
order. But five memorable ones. We were just like, damn.
Yeah, we were like, wow, that's pretty
Damn.
Like-
Anyway, hope you guys are having a fantastic week. What are your memorable cosplays that you've seen or you've done?
cool. That'd be
Comment
interesting
below.
to hear
That'd be
that because everybody
interesting.
has like a different
Take on it.
Yeah. It could be something that they saw at a specific convention.
Yep.
It could be a photo that they saw. They're
Yep.
like, oh my God, that's awesome. It inspired me to do this thing.
Yep, absolutely.
Right. So,
Woo! Bless me. Sorry. Oh, God.
You.
I was totally not prepared. That's what she said. As you can tell, I don't even sneeze dainty, so there's no denying it. No denying it. All right. Rolling down the list. I do one, you do one, and then we do an honorable
Yeah,
mention.
let's do one.
Let's do it. All right, you first.
In no particular order?
No particular order.
All right.
These are done in no particular order.
No particular order. So
You
one of
going
them
off
was
memory?
really memorable for me was Vert Vixen came to BlizzCon and had a fully 3D printed Arthas cosplay.
Yeah,
The
thing lit up
It
like it
was
smoked.
incredible. I
Like,
mean, that
I
one
remember that build where she put like a vape motor and stuff in it. Like it was insane.
did justice to Arthas, and I was like, man, that's one that I was just like,
That one stole the show that year.
I'm glad I got to shoot that.
That and like Chad came out with Reinhardt.
Yeah. Reinhardt.
Yeah, that was
Reinhardt
a
busted
big
it out.
year.
Yeah, there was a lot of incredible builds at that BlizzCon.
Dude,
Some
there was so
mad
many.
stuff. Yeah.
There was so
But
many
that one stands out for sure as one of the ones that is very memorable for me.
that you're just like
I was just
there
like blown
for.
away. I was like, fuck, dude. Because she showed progress shots and
I
like, you know, how
saw.
she was assembling
Yeah.
everything. And then just see it, dude. I was
In the
just like,
final
wow.
place.
Yeah.
Back when you could post like BTS if you were building stuff before somebody ripped it off or
Yeah.
some factory mass reproduced it based upon your designs.
Yep.
Yeah, I miss those days. It
Yep.
was great. 4 of mine are being replicated by China, which is fantastic.
Nice. Not nice.
Awesome.
No royalties.
Yeah, no.
You get
Of course
none.
none.
Sorry.
Sorry. Probably one of the most memorable ones for me was the Fantastic Nami. Love her.
Fantastic Nami. What's up, Nami?
I love her so much. Her Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah.
So I remember when that went viral, and I just have a thing. I love Filipino Asian women anyway. So anyway, I just remember seeing this, and I was like, you know, obsessed with like Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter stories, Monster Hunter lore itself. Sit your butt down there. We're not doing cards yet. And when I saw that, I was just like, the armor, the technique, the painting, the detail. I was just like, oh, this is.
I mean, she's got
insane.
incredible skill.
Dude,
Some of the stuff that I've seen her put together.
The skill range. I mean, she vectors her own files. She does the stuff. She prints on resin printing, 3D printing. She sands everything, paints everything, details everything, puts in the LEDs. She shoots all the stuff herself in the garage or basement, wherever she's at. She just does all this. And I've never seen such a diverse range of like artwork. Like someone just go to that extreme. Like imagine you're a painter. You make your own paints. You make your own brushes. You put together your own canvases. You paint this Rembrandt creative thing, and then you market it and sell it yourself. Like it's just insane the depth of talent. Like I think it's endless with her.
That's fantastic. I love watching what she puts together.
Nami.
Yeah. She's like, I'm so fantastic. I got fantastic in my name. Yo.
Right? I forget. She like made a fembot like switch.
Huh?
Like a transformer. Like she transformed it into a switch.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Dude,
that's pretty sick.
Absolutely.
That's next level stuff right there.
It's so next level.
Yeah, she got a lot of skills.
Dude.
On to the next one. So for me, Danielle Below's Spyro. Baloo.
It looks like Baloo, but it's...
Baloo. Her Spyro.
I loved her Spyro.
Yeah, that was at Anime Expo.
You shot that, actually.
I did shoot
that.
Because
I remember seeing that online. Because I hadn't been to Anime Expo yet. And then when I went to shoot the first thing with you, you had like printed on the canvas. The one you shot of her. And it was stunning.
Yeah, that was really a really cool take on Spyro, the dragon.
So cool.
Yeah, a lot of skills. Cool. She has a lot of skills. I've shot a couple of her things. I shot a World of Warcraft warrior.
She does a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, she's a mount chaser.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
she goes
yeah.
and she literally will chase mounts like insane.
Yeah,
Like,
pets mounts.
yeah, she does all that.
Yeah, but her skills incredible. Another one that has fantastic skills, but
Just
that was definitely
diversified.
memorable for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, absolutely. No particular order. Nick and Tabby with Artifacts doing the Winston from Overwatch. So they put together, they actually were showing this whole build. Nick's inside of it. He's literally got all the PVC, like the casting for it, and he's actually controlling the whole thing. Yeah,
Ah,
he's literally walking on his
dang.
hands and his knees. Seen him put it together. I've seen it in their shop. I've seen it in action at MCM Comic Con. It is just the LEDs are working. It is a very hot suit, but it is a lifelike replica of Winston from Overwatch.
That is super cool.
It
Like
is insane.
big,
I
big
actually got
builds like
photos.
that, big builds like that are so hard to pull off.
Oh, it is tremendously. And I know that like they have to get like a van and stuff when they carry it around and they take it to like MCM. There's no way you could ship that over. Like you'd have to get like a carton,
No.
like a crated up. Like there's just no way. But it's just amazing to see kind of behind the scenes knowing them and seeing things like that and then watching it come to life. And then I was at that MCM and I actually took photos next to it. Like Elvira, like Winston like came up up top to here for me and heels in Elvira. So that thing is beast mode. But the amount of detail work, and again, Nick is just
Well, he's a prop maker,
well,
right?
no,
Like,
he's a what they call like a he would be a master's level, like 30-35 years of master foam smithing.
got it.
So he was making weapons for LARP before LARP was a thing. Like just his ability to sit down and take chunk of a square thing of foam with an X-Acto knife and shape it into
Something cool.
a skull
Oh, wow.
in under 2 minutes. Like just some of the coolest shit I've ever seen has been he just he's a genius.
Wow.
Like just an artistic genius. Also as it is. But yeah, just sculpting. I see he's just a wizard. We did Hell Witch and Lady Death for that cover for Coffin. I mean, he's a wizard. Like
It's
some of
fantastic to
that
be
is
able to
just
work with those kind of people, right?
it's just witchcraft. Like we did a Viking set when I was over there and he helped me make like custom axes. And I went off the Leviathan
Of
base
course you
because,
did.
God of War.
Because Kratos
And
wins.
right, and we made a dual set 'cause I'm always like a dual welder anyway. So I was like, fuck yeah, 2 axes. Like that seems legit. So I did it, but it was recently, a couple weeks ago, I actually took one to Christopher Judd.
Right.
And I was
Right.
like, I asked him the day before, I was like, do you mind? Or I asked him like a couple weeks before, I was like, do you mind if I bring one of my axes? And I know he thought it was like the GameStop cheapy foam
Yeah, the
one.
chibi
And
Leviathan.
he was like, yeah, sure. I was like, okay. So when I brought in one of my Leviathans that I made, he was like, you made this? And I was like, yeah, this is part of this class. And he was just like, oh, this is the best axe I've ever seen. Like
You're like,
he tried to take it. Like,
you're like, no, you can't
like
have
I'm
it. It's
like, no,
mine.
I'm a dual welder. You can't take it. Nope, mine. But yeah, just the work and the detail is just impeccable. Impeccable.
I love working with creative, talented
Like
people like that.
foam,
It's so
he
awesome.
would make it look like wood, feel like wood, textured like wood. Like you would think that that is wood, the shading,
That is
everything.
foam.
It's stupid.
Wow.
It's just stupid. It's
What's he
insane.
working on now? Do you know?
He's always working on stuff for like Fortnite, League of Legends, building the
Okay.
trophies and doing things.
Okay.
So yeah, it's super cool.
Creative. Let's see. Another one that I have on my list. Liz Brickley. We shot her Ciri
Oh yeah.
cosplay from The Witcher. I remember that one because we actually had to climb up about 2 miles to top of Mount Rubidoux, and we went up the back way, so we didn't actually go the pathway
Ooh.
to get up there. And she was, full leather pants
God,
and like
and a
the whole
wig.
thing, and the wig. And we got there, and we
You
had some
guys crushed it.
fantastic shots. And at that point, The Witcher, their pages shared our stuff, which was actually
Oh,
pretty
that's
cool.
super cool.
Yeah, so that one was definitely a memorable one because I
You've
mean
had
her
a few of
attention.
that. You did that with Monica Lee and Riddle.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got shared by
yeah,
Assassin's Creed. So
yeah,
that's
with the
pretty
Assassin's
cool.
Creed stuff. So, but the attention to detail, the leather work, like all of that stuff for her cosplays were fantastic.
Yeah, she was
Yeah, she retired, but
wonderful.
that
Yeah,
was
got
definitely
out of the
something
scene
memorable.
before it got crazy.
Yep.
Understandable. Another one on my list was Jessica Negri's Deathwing.
Mm-hmm.
That one. The design was based by Zach Fisher.
Yep.
But that thing that was pretty intense.
Yep.
Like she wore that I think for the World of Warcraft
It was at
movie premiere.
it was she had actually worn that one for BlizzCon.
Oh yeah, and then she
Mm,
wore it for the
after.
for the
Hmm.
premiere. But it's just
Yeah,
the
that
detail,
one
the
was
flame
really really
work,
good.
everything is
Really
just
good.
that
That
one
was
was.
on my list as well
Oh,
cuz
was
yeah,
it?
as
Yeah.
memorable one cuz it was cool. Like Deathwing is a great character for Cataclysm, and the embodiment of that character. Zach
Hmm.
did a great job designing it, and then she did a great job of actually building it and making it happen. And I'm sure Ryan also helped
Oh
do
yeah,
some stuff.
Ryan's good at that. Well, together they did Fake Nerd. They did Death Knights.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was for what's the first con of every year everyone goes
Oh,
to?
Katsukan.
Katsucon.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did it for Katsucon. They
that's
did Death
cool.
Knights. So
That's
yeah,
really cool.
it's super cool.
I'm like, wow, that's pretty awesome.
Right? Yeah, he was good at stuff. He was good. So he did like a Reaper.
Right.
He's always designing shit. So yeah,
And
they're a
then
great
and then
team.
the other one, I think this is the last one, but it is Your Melina.
Oh really?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Melina is definitely, I'm a big fan of Mortal Kombat, and to see Mortal Kombat 9 Melina come to life like that was dope. And getting to shoot
Oh.
that was also dope. And not getting killed by size was pretty dope too.
Oh man, that's awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, I know how much work it took to get that
That's
done.
4. So you have another one to go to. My fourth one was Kasumi, who did Aloy
Oh,
from Horizon Zero Dawn.
right, right.
Yeah, her Aloy was amazing.
That's dope.
So I thought that was cool. Just again, attention to detail. She puts in the LEDs in her stuff. Obviously because they're, her and her husband are engineers, and so it's just like her and Benny, and so I was just like, oh, it's
Damn.
awesome.
I think that was all of mine because I covered Jess was also one of mine.
Yeah, I thought you had an
Mhm.
honorable mention.
Oh, I do have an honorable
gotta do
mention.
that.
Are we? Yeah. Okay. So we'll have to do
So I
the
did
one.
4. So my fifth one was, I mean, anything that I feel like this person does is gold. So you can't say just one specifically, but Alicia Marie, man,
Oh yeah, yeah,
her
yeah.
Predator,
Oh, the Predator cosplay was
dude.
sick, dude.
I mean, her
Sick.
Storm, her Predator, her He-Man. Like, there's just, I cannot pick just one with her. Because I know, like, I've seen the beginning stages. I've seen her work on stuff. I've seen the ticks, and I've seen, her spectrum just go crazy. And just again, it's the attention to detail that people just don't see until you see it in person. It's just
Money.
impeccable.
Yeah. I've never shot with her.
Absolutely
She's
impeccable.
one that I've never shot
Oh
with.
my gosh,
Marie.
she's amazing.
Yeah.
She's utterly amazing. Let's put that on the list. I mean, like, I need a Jade. Bust out your Jade. Let's go.
The last one that was memorable for me in the honorable mention, because we picked 5, but I couldn't just pick 5. I had to pick another one. Was Made of Might cosplay. She did Celine
From the Underworld.
Yeah, and I'm a big
Underworld
Underworld fan. She even had the prop guns, the real prop guns that go along with that.
Where do you even find those?
I don't know where she found them. I can't remember, but it was so cool, like doing that shoot because
she's got the same light eyes as Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, doing Kate. Yeah, we did her Celine, and then we did a Celine tub shoot. Like that one was pretty sick. So we got some really good stuff, and that was definitely memorable because I'm a Kate Beckinsale Underworld fan, and I was just like,
Kate
yes.
Beckinsale. I love her. She's amazing. For me, an honorable mention would have been Kapatsu cosplay when she did Alice Strauza.
Oh, Alex Strauza, yeah.
At Anime Expo.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, that was actually my first time meeting her in person.
Oh, really?
And I was dressed as Menace from Queen's Blade. So I know it was kind of a little like, who is this person? What is she like? She's like, looking like Cleopatra, but not.
You're like, what is this? What are this?
And she's tall.
She's very tall.
Kinpatsu, because she's South African. Now she lives in Canada.
Yeah.
But like compared to the U.S. cosplayers, like Alicia, Marie, and I, and Jess are probably some of the taller ones.
Yes.
And so finding someone else who's not a pygmy, you're like, wait, what? Like, and she was in those heels.
Yeah.
So she was like
tall.
6 foot. And
Yeah.
I was like, you are a dragon lady.
You are very large, very tall, and amazing.
You are very large.
Yeah, Alex Strauza cosplays are really, really good.
I think that one was also designed by Zach Fisher. Or Alex Strauza.
Maybe. It was possible.
Because they look very similar to Deathwing.
Yeah, he designed a lot of those.
For that group.
Yeah, for that group.
Loki, you're not going to like that tea, buddy. Our mascot over here, Loki, is being the god of chaos and destruction.
He is.
Sampling tea.
He's
cups.
chaosy. Very chaosy.
He's mad that we haven't went to pack. Yeah, you can guys see his little ear flopping around here. Tobean's in the house. So like when you think of memorable cosplay, like do you go for like replica stuff? Do you go for like attention to detail? Because I mean, some of the things like some of the things on my list are like creative original
Hmm.
characters. Like when Nami created the Monster Hunter like type of skin, she, a lot of that was based on the game, but like a female version of it. So, but you've got, Nick and those guys are already fakes that did the Winston that was a replica. And then you've got, Kasumi, her Aloy is a replica. And then you've got creative geniuses like Alicia Marie
Yeah.
or, like Jessica Negri who like take an OG character, but the attention to detail
Yeah.
is just out of this world, like literally out of this world.
I think it's that, but it's also the feeling that they give off, right? Where you're just like, oh my God,
That is
that
the
is
character.
incredible. That is such an incredible character. You paid, you did justice to that character and how you
Like
decided
if
to
they
interpret it.
just jump out from like a TV movie or video game,
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah.
they just
Especially if people
embodied
put
it.
like their own spin on it
Hmm.
and you just like, you're blown away. You're just like, I have not seen that. Because if you're in the scene, you've witnessed so much stuff. You've seen so
Oh,
many
dude, there's so
cosplays.
many.
And so for stuff to stand out and be memorable, it has to be one of those things where you're
Yeah,
just like, whoa. And then they embody the character
yeah.
also.
I
So
think
that's
I
the
think a lot of that too is it's theater. Like when you're doing cosplay, it's theater. It's going out into public is your stage. Like the con attendees is your stage. This is what you're doing. If you're gonna dress as a character, you gotta be the character. Like
yeah,
when I'm in Elvira, the minute get in the elevator to leave the room, I am Cassandra. I am Elvira.
right.
I do the punny lines. I do the expressions, the talking, and then all the way till you get to the elevator to go back. So I think that to me, a lot of people just wear a character because they're just excited to wear it, but there are very few that feel like that embody it like a theatrical performance, like when I'm in Melina. Like I do know I scare people in that costume, which is very amazing to me because Melina is definitely my ultimate like persona.
Right.
Like I love her. Like when I played her in Mortal Kombat, I was like, this bitch is me, this bitch is I. You know what I mean? Like type of thing. So
Yeah, there's definitely also this feeling that you get. Like for me, I photographed all of those folks in that
yeah, you
list.
did actually.
And for me, it was also, the photo, getting a photo that just takes your breath away, where you're just like, holy shit, like this photo is incredible. This
Yeah.
is money.
Well, I
Like,
mean, it's like a
wow.
lot of people were like, because I do replicas, that's my favorite thing to do. How many times people will be like, I thought this was AI. I thought
Yeah.
this was straight out of the
I thought this
game.
was
I
AI.
thought this was like, I didn't know this was real.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, it's fucking real.
Yeah, you're like, it's fucking real. It's me.
And Melina, I cut my hair and dyed it to get in this costume. Like, I don't know how much real you could be with
That's
something.
dedication right there, man. It's super dedication.
It's like cycle.
And I wonder, well, this is stuff that,
These are intricate. Like,
they're
this is stuff you
intricate,
don't
but they've been,
see.
this was years ago for a lot of these. And nowadays, you don't see that level. It's very rare. You don't see it as often.
A
I would
lot
love
of,
to be able to see more of that. I mean, I've seen some really good Sisters of Battle. I've seen some
oh,
Space
yeah.
Marines that have been fantastic. But those are like
Few
few
and
and far
far
between.
between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not what you used to be able to actually see.
I think a lot of things now is because of COVID, it was essentially like snowballed it even faster, is the turnaround time.
Hmm.
So the turnaround time, like people want to see new content, new cosplays from you every day. And realistically, some of these builds take weeks. Like there's just
Months.
no months. There's just no way to be able, are you comfortable, sir? There's just no way to be able to shit something out like that overnight.
No.
Because a lot of things like processes, like it's not the lack of hands cutting or gluing or whatever. It's the physical process. So a lot of it when you're doing foam it has to be treated,
Yep.
has to be coated,
Yep.
whether it's Mod Podge, liquid latex, like you got to seal the pores like before you paint it. There's the sanding process. Like there's so much you're waiting on chemically to cure the process to do this before you add onto another piece that rushing it is just it's just not going to work.
Right.
Like it's just not feasible for the time frame that the internet wants. And it's so expensive. The cost on stuff now is expensive from, the foam clay to sheets of foam to the warbler to all the electronics in it. Like stuff is not
And this is stuff that
feasible.
people were doing just because they
Yeah,
wanted to do it,
absolutely.
right?
People were doing this because they want it was an expression.
Mhm.
They were expressing their art, they were expressing their love, and people weren't getting paid for this. And they weren't getting paid to guess. They weren't getting paid
Yeah.
for that. They just did it because they loved it. And seeing that level of dedication go into something to living, wearing, breathing artwork, it was a whole new level.
Yep.
And now, no offense or anything, it's all about cheesecake.
Yeah.
Throw together a quick $10 outfit,
Put it up quick, do a
put it up
dance, and go.
quick, go check out my paid sites. You know what I mean? Like there's no, and that's fine if that's your thing, but those are like a dime a dozen, a penny
Right.
a dozen. There's so
Right.
many of them. Show me the artwork, show me the build, show me the process, show
The
me
crafting, like
show me
show
the
me
crafting,
stuff.
show me the replica.
Right.
You can build it, but now I want you to be that character.
Right.
You can do it. Like these people do it, but like half these people on this list don't do this anymore.
I know.
They got out of it when the crafting went out of it.
Yeah.
When the love for showing the work went out of it. So
Yeah, they couldn't do it that way, then don't do it at all, right?
no,
Yeah, that makes sense.
no.
Yeah, it's a
So-
shame. It's unfortunate.
I mean, I hope it comes back around. I mean, I've held off on releasing a lot of my stuff because I know it's not going to be received yet.
Yeah.
Because it's not what's getting the impressions.
Right.
It's not what's getting the hits. It's not what's getting the traffic. So I'm just sitting on it waiting.
Waiting till
As I'm bulking and cutting and changing sizing and having to alter this shit again, I'm just waiting. So
I'm waiting. You're like, damn it doesn't fit anymore. I got to change it.
it's happened quite a bit actually. So yeah,
But that was our list. I'd be really curious to hear from you guys. Like, are there some that have been very memorable for you? Are there some that you've seen that actually started your love for cosplay?
right. You see, and you're like, I'm gonna do this.
You're like,
I'm
I got to do
jumping in
this. I want to be like, I got to do one like this. I think this is really going to be cool. Love to hear that, right? Because it has and still does have an impact on us,
Right.
right? So
I do want to mention though the crazy thing. I know we mentioned a lot of females. There's actually one male cosplayer at the time. Honorable mention that I was like, it was a dead ringer for the video game, which was scary, which was Devil May Cry.
Mhm.
And it was Dante. They call him the emo Dante, like the dark hair and the little gray white feet or whatever. There was an Italian cosplayer named Julio,
Mhm.
and or like Julio, was the person for Dante. Like literally looked exactly like Dante. Like they modeled it like after him. Like it was so cool. And I actually got to meet him
Oh wow.
in Italy, which was so freaking cool just to meet the actual like Dante from the game. So
Well, the other dude that
It's
does
pretty
some
cool.
legit stuff, Taryn
Taryn's
Cosplays,
fantastic.
does some insane anime fucking cosplays.
dude, but he's tall and he's a giant.
Yeah, he's fucking legit.
He's legit.
legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Mall cosplays.
Maul's another
Yeah, does a
fantastic
good Witcher.
one. He does a
Yeah.
fantastic Witcher.
Yeah.
He does a good Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
He did so many good things.
Yeah, he
man.
also did a Kratos not too long ago that was actually pretty dope.
The Kratos is fucking.
Yeah. So I mean,
We're
again,
super
we're
cool.
like going, we're like, yeah, let's go talk all the
Woo!
fucking
All the
cosplayers.
things. But yeah, we definitely want to hear your guys' list. What's one cosplay or cosplayer or
Mhm.
thing that you've seen that you fell in love with or started your love of cosplay, or what's your top 5? So
Yeah, and then we can,
Shout it out.
we can expand this one. Like if you want to hear us talk about, top 5 or top 10 best cosplays ever, we could do that.
Ooh, to date.
Yeah.
Because that
Yeah,
might
to
change.
date, because yes,
Hopefully people go back
does
in crafting
change.
and then
That would be
changes,
that would be pretty fantastic. But I mean, there's a bunch of different ways we can go with this. But I think it's a really cool thing to share just some of our perspective and our experiences based on the amount of time that we've spent in
In
this
front of the
industry.
lens, behind the lens.
Yes,
All this stuff. So
all the lens.
all the lenses. Let's not talk. Let's not talk English. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Super appreciate it. Again, if there's something you'd love for us to cover, just leave it in the comments. As always, like, subscribe,
And click.
check it out. Double click, 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 click,
Click
click.
it all, y'all.
Hope you guys are having a fantastic week. We'll talk to you soon. Tis out.
Peace.
Peace, love, and Modelo.
Peace and modelo, dame más.
No.
No, no more
more.
modelo. No more modelo for you.
No.